All right, Father. So you're rolling.
Okay. What am I supposed to talk about? What would you like me to talk about?
Well, what does youth ministry mean to you?
Well, youth ministry is the forming of the future church.
I have loved you from the start. I have seen your hurting heart. And you feel so lonely, but you keep on hiding.
Youth ministry is very, very vital ministry in the Catholic Church.
But there's no distance too far that I can't reach you. There's no place that's so dark that I can't find you. Anywhere that you are, if you need proof, take a look at these scars. I know I love you. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
These teens need a safe place to come to. They need a place where they can just come and be themselves and not have to worry about the way that others are looking at them, the way that others are perceiving them.
My name is Jordan Lemus, and I come from Huntington Beach. I go to Edison High School.
And my name is Alexis Garcia. I'm from Costa Mesa. I go to Newport Harbor High School, and I'm in 11th grade.
My name is Veronica Cabrera. I am a 12th grader at Sickerstrom High School, and I come from Santa Ana, and I was born and raised there.
Carlos Guerrero. I'm from Costa Mesa, and I'm a junior at Newport Harbor High School.
Hi, my name is Shani. I lived in Costa Mesa for 15 years, and I go to Corona Del Mar.
It cannot be emphasized enough just how important it is that we reach out and we touch the lives of these youth that are growing up through our parish. We've seen here at St. Joachim's a large exodus, a large number of teens who have been leaving the church without returning. Most of the time they get out into the real world, they go off to college, and they get exposed to elements that they've never been exposed to before.
Our job as a church is to evangelize. Pope Paul VI in 1975 said the role of the church, the purpose of the church is to evangelize. The role of youth ministry at St. Joachim's is to, first and foremost, to bring the love of Jesus Christ into the hearts and lives of young people.
Faith is important to me because I've always grown up being Catholic, and it just gives me hope. It gives me a lot of hope, and every day I just think to myself, like, everything happens for a reason.
In my daily days, I experience Jesus sometimes when I have a test and I didn't study for it. So yeah, I pray to him and I talk to him to help him.
For me, being a Catholic is embracing my love for God.
My faith plays a big role in my life. I think that God has always been there for me and anybody else that looks up to him and believes in him.
So as we continue moving forward, St. Joachim's vision of youth ministry is broadening. We are no longer just going to be focusing on the confirmation program. We are going to begin reaching out to those who are in the middle school age group, those who are past confirmation or pre-confirmation in high school and need to be reached out to, as well as further down the line, reaching out to our young adults who are looking for a place to come together with their fellow peers in college life and to talk about their faith.
I kind of want to be a group leader to kind of help people.
What I would love to do is to learn more about Jesus, the Bible, in a funner way instead of just reading it, because he was so mad about that.
I think the teens should be in charge of like their own group and make their own like little community and get other kids and other races involved.
Doing more activities and having like teens connect with each other is really important because, like me, I kind of don't know anyone here, but like getting to know people and like being with other people that kind of have the same like problems or ideas as being Catholic, it just connected me with other people and just made me feel better about myself as well.
We try money, but don't get enough. We fill our sky with fading lights, trying to guide us through the night. But you're the one thing that'll carry us, because your love is like a fountain. It'll never run dry. It'll never run dry. Your love is moving mountains every day of my life. Every day of my life.
One of the visions that we long for is to see our youth in true joy, in true worship, in true participation, worshiping the Lord, singing about the Lord, praying fervently to the Lord, finding that time where they are walking a path that is so close to the Lord that, you know, they can feel His breath on their neck.
I see Jesus when I'm driving, when I wake up in the morning. He's present next to me. I feel comfortable, I feel safe going to school, going to work, and knowing that I'm gonna come home safe.
Before I'm gonna do something that's quite difficult, I would pray to give myself hope. And you have the feeling that He's with you, like you feel Him with you.
For the teens that do believe in God, don't think there's never a solution, because God always has a plan and an answer for each and every one of us.
Part of being a church is knowing that all of us who come here that gather together in worship are imperfect, that there is no such thing as someone who is completely sinless. I mean, the only one who can be credited with that is Jesus.
And we have to evangelize ourselves first before we are able to reach out to the world. Many years ago, I was the youth minister here at St. Joachim's, and I think some of the wonderful things we did that I remember, and in fact, many of the young people who are now adults and middle-aged adults have told me that they've always enjoyed the trips that we would do together. Some of those in one-on-one kinds of experiences with our teenagers meant so much to them. But Life Teen is something that I have been instrumental in bringing to several parishes I worked in. And being able to go on a Life Teen summer camp with our teens, to pray with them, to worship the Lord in the Blessed Sacrament, to celebrate Mass with them, to go canoeing with them and bowling with them. Those kinds of experiences, to do cope courses with them, was very, very meaningful and memorable for me, and even for them.
Take no more, lay it all on me. No, you don't have to keep it under lock and key, 'cause I will never let you down. And if you can't escape all your uncertainty, baby, I can show you how. Let my love in, let my love in. Lay your heart on me. If you're hurting, lay it all on me. Yeah, you can lay it all on me. You can lay it all on me.
Of course, it seems like a far-reach goal to try and get these teens involved to the point where, they're dying to get to church, and that's where they want to be if they have a night out. But it is possible.
'Cause I won't let you go it alone. Lay it all on me. No, you don't have to keep it under lock and key, 'cause I will never let you down. And if you can't escape all your uncertainties, baby, I can show you how.
This also has to do with the way that parents treat church, the way that the parents set their example for these teens. Our parents really need to be coming to Mass on Sundays with true reverence. Our parents are the ones who set the tone for our teens. They are the ones who set that first example. And if they see their parents coming to Mass and treating it as if it were a hassle and a chore and just this god-awful thing they have to do, then they're going to see it that way too. But if our parents are coming to Mass in reverence and participating, and also making sure that the teens are participating, that's going to add a different element.
I'll be your shoulder anytime you need, baby, I believe. So if you're hurting, babe, just let your heart beat free. You got a friend in me. I'll be your shoulder.
I think our parents need to be very realistic. So instead of disengaging with their kids, to try to stay engaged with their children and offer guidance and direction to them.
Like the teens need their parents there with them like all the time, their support. Having them get more involved with the faith, because I think it helps them a lot.
I would like for parents to be more involved and also to attend to Mass more often. You just send them to class, but You don't know what they're learning. Like, some may not talk about it. Personally, I don't speak about this with my parents. I would love for them to ask what's going on. Why do you go there at that time?
I feel like parents should know that sometimes the kids are going through a lot of things in school, like bullying, cyberbullying, sometimes even depression, which can affect the grades. So maybe just have like some faith in them, help them out.
I remember when I was their age going through confirmation, there was not a day that my dad would pick me up, and I did not know that when we got back to our house in that truck, I was going to be stuck in there for another hour and a half talking about whatever it was that I had learned in class. And I got to college. Suddenly the situation switched around, so that instead it was my father coming home from work. The moment he walked through that door, I was holding him hostage in some new conversation about the scripture I just read or the lesson I just had in my class, and we would hash it out. As a parent, I think that was the most rewarding thing to him.
So I would really encourage parents to keep their kids close to the church, keep them close to faith. They have lots of friends out there in the world today. They only have two parents. So stay your children's parent and stay engaged with them and help to continue to mold and shape and form their faith.
Club 52 specifically stands for $52. $52 a year. And you can look at it as $1 per week for the entire year, so Club 52. It's a small number, and if we get enough families and enough parents involved in it, then this is going to change our reach to our youth. With each family that chooses to participate in this program, chooses to participate in Club 52, they will get to be updated and informed on where their finances are going. In true ministry and living our faith and knowing our God, it is not a label or a Velcro patch that we can put on and take off anytime we want. It is something that we face every day. It is a choice that we make every day. When we wake up in the morning, we are faced with that decision of whether or not we are going to live our lives in accordance with the way Jesus calls us to live it.
Please support our youth ministry.
Please support our youth ministries.